So how will that benefit High Road?
High Road?
Or 150 East?
It won't.
So there's no benefit to any of my residents, really. Okay, so then it says there was supposed to be some funding from the county. What is the status on that?
I'm not sure the question.
No? Okay, okay.
So the item in front of you tonight is to approve a professional services agreement with the boring company. The Vibe Trail Network is roughly 80 miles and is designed to bring residents from every neighborhood in the city into our commercial areas, our public areas, our parks, etc. So everyone in the city, Kyle, will have access to this large trail network and to the associated amenities. So we then began looking at it with our engineer firm, whether or not we could do an overpass, a pedestrian overpass over the railroad, similar to what other cities have done over the railroad or major roadways. In this case, there are multiple electrical lines, poles, and a very high voltage, I believe it's 138 kV high voltage electrical line directly adjacent to the railroad tracks, which made building a bridge infeasible for this area. A tunnel was discussed, entertained, and then we went out to RFP to see if there was interest from tunneling companies, at which point, again, we brought back the boring company proposal to the council. The funding for this project comes out of a development agreement with the developer. It's a $3 million set aside, again, of private development dollars. So no taxpayer dollars are anticipated to be expended on this tunnel project. The developer is planning to front the $50,000 for the professional services agreement. At the next council meeting, we will also have a reimbursement agreement with Union Pacific.
Because I was concerned having a tunnel, all kinds of stuff can happen in there. I don't know. So just who's gonna be monitoring those cameras though? Will it be the city? Is it gonna be the police department? Like, who's gonna be taking care of that?
We haven't had that conversation, but most likely, as with our other projects that we're working on right now, where we're installing cameras in our park system, that will come back to a central feed, which will be monitored by dispatch.
Mr.
Okay,
Sellers, you're saying that the complete funding, the 50,000, is going to come straight from the developer, not from the city? And
We don't have the money in hand yet, but that is the agreement.
okay.
So I think the key part here is certainly that the tunnel is being funded by the development and even this preliminary study. I know you answered that it doesn't benefit the east side. Full disclosure, I've lived on the east side the entire time I've lived in Kyle, and happy to always be there for the residents of not only that part of the city, but the entire city that I represent. And I would say that it does benefit, because the idea with this whole Vibe network is to get people across our city, no matter where you are, to all kinds of different places, would have having an automobile. And so you can get from an east subdivision in Kyle and get all the way to Heroes Memorial without having to get into a vehicle because of this tunnel.
So in essence, you'll be able to go from Waterleaf Park all the way to the Heroes Memorial Park, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
So
And
ultimately, what we're just voting on is the 50,000.
Correct.
And then it'll come back if there is, because I think you said there's going to be another agreement.
The next council meeting will be an agreement with Union Pacific Railroad for a reimbursement agreement for this project.
Okay. Okay, so we do have another opportunity to vote no if it's more than the $3 million. Like, will we have an opportunity to?
Yes, ma'am. We'll bring back a design build contract, and that will have what we hope to have, which is a guaranteed maximum price, which then the contractor would be obligated to stay at or under that dollar amount. And if that is over $3 million, the council can.
Anyone else?
Project.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries 6-1.